justice is indivisible. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
If any words that I have spoken have commanded attention, that is only because they find an echo in the breasts of those of every land and of every race who love freedom and are the foes of tyranny.
You are not our queens. You are not our kings. You are not our gods. We do not belong to you. We are not your slaves. We stand as free humans and stood from the beginning of time against the strong men.
Oh, feel very relaxed listening to that music. Hello, good evening, Banksy. How you doing?
Hey, hello, Manny. Yes, not bad, mate. Not bad. Another day, another euro. Yeah, not too bad, man. Everything's been pleasant. Well, everything in my life has been relatively pleasant. I don't know what's been happening in the world. The world is friggin' on fire. By the looks of things.
Indeed. So, hello to everybody listening live and everybody who's going to be listening to this a bit later. Today is Wednesday, the 23rd of February. I am your host, Manny Cinder, and your co-host, or my co-host, is Banksy Style Live. So we have Jupiter coming on shortly. So Jupiter has volunteered to be grilled today. It was supposed to be Raj, but Raj rang me up and basically said that he's getting a blowjob from what's the name again, Banks?
Is it K or Ghost Speakers Corner? I believe they're having some kind of menage a trois. There's some bukkakeing involved.
One of those.
And plenty of toys. I believe Raj said something about his dungeon, but we're not sure yet.
Now, if you're wondering why we're being so rude to Raj, it's basically we were told that he accepted the invitation, and then when he was told not to break plans, he broke plans. So as a consequence, me and Banksy decided to.
He does get a little grilling. As far as I know, he's doing a short in a movie called 50 Shades of Raj.
So we're just setting up next week's show. So if you want to see the grilling of Raj, then you're going to have to watch that show. So hello to everybody in the audience that's joining. So we need to get going because it's before we know it, it's going to be 8:30, and Jupiter's going to be coming on. So what shall we start off with today, Bank? Shall we discuss the hottest topic, Ukraine?
At the moment, yes, sir. If you, I'm just throwing the image of Ukraine. We just got a map. There's nothing really more than that at the moment for imagery. But yeah, Ukraine, Russia. Will Russia invade? Now, these are some of the provinces or towns or something about Ukraine. I'll be honest, I have no idea. None of these names mean anything to me. I barely. If it wasn't for Google, I wouldn't be able to find Ukraine on a map. I'm sorry, Pavlov. I love you, Pavlov. By the way, Pavlov is from Ukraine. We should get Pavlov on. Oh my God! Well, it just occurred to me, the one person who would know this shit. Yeah. Okay. We'll put a pin in this because next I will try to find Pavlov and try to get him for one of the shows so we can actually have an in-depth conversation about this. But just surface level idiotic information that I have, potentially, yes, Russia wants to take back take back Ukraine. Really, they used to be part of Russia, the Soviet Union, and it seems that somehow Russia feels that they kind of want it back. I think they did have it for a long time as a proxy, through the political system. They kind of run Ukraine that way. But when Ukrainians decided, well, we kind of want someone that isn't a Russian puppet, now things are getting a bit heated. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The reason I'm saying I don't know is I would be more secure if Trump was in office. I would be more secure in my statement of, yeah, I don't think Russia will invade, because Putin took Trump's words seriously. I don't think he respects Biden at all. I don't think Biden commands any kind of respect or threat to Putin. He just isn't. He just thinks that Putin is Biden's just going to keel over. But the thing is, they all know that these apparatus, these countries, they don't just operate off the back of one president or one prime minister or whatever. These machineries are gonna, the war machine will roll into action whether Biden has a heart attack or not. So I don't see that as a major distraction or major issue if Biden is a dithering old man. But at least Trump would have been a bit more forthcoming and a bit more sort of, you know what I mean? More alpha with his at least statements about Russia, and probably would make more.
Yeah, well, even the libtards in the United States of America have turned against
Biden.
Joe Biden, or shall we say, let's go Brandon. So that's that's before we even get to the fact whether he's even a legitimate president of the US, because obviously there's been vast amount of evidence about the Democrats hacking the election, shall we say. But listen, let's stick with Ukraine before we go off. So my question is not when I'm thinking about Ukraine and Russia, my question is not will Russia invade? That's just the narrative. The Western establishment, not the Western people, not the American people, not the British people, not the European people, but the establishment are trying to push upon the people that Russia is about to invade. Now, already Russia has, or Putin certainly, has outsmarted the Communist Party of America and the Communists of the UK. Already outsmarted them by pulling the soldiers and the tanks back. He doesn't clearly want a war. But my question is, there'll only be a war if Putin is part of the establishment. That's my question, because the way he's acting, it would seem that he's not part of the establishment, right? And the way he's being treated, it seems that he's not part of the establishment. However, there has been photographs of Putin in a Freemason's apron or overall, pictured with the Japanese Prime Minister and pictured with George Bush. There's also been evidence that when he was having a war of words with Obama, when he actually got into the same room as Obama, that he was all pally-pally with him. But the most important indication that he may be part of the establishment was actually a recent interview with Karl Schwarz, if that's how you pronounce the name, of the World Economic Forum, who stated, amongst others, including obviously people like Justin Libtard Trudeau, is part of a secret group of world leaders that are actually working for the World Economic Forum, which is a mouthpiece for the globalists. And he's been mentioned as being one of the people that are in the pocket of the WEF. What do you think of that?
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, the World Economic Forum has openly said that they are infiltrating their members into various governments, various cabinets of most governments in the world. I would imagine Russia wouldn't be an exemption to that. Russia is a very key player in the world. I don't know how they would have been able to do that with the
Okay,
Russians.
but you do understand, right? If a organization has come forward and said that Western politicians are working for them and have been placed in position, so they work for this elite group, that is another way of confirming that the leading politicians in the West are corrupt and not working for the people. I mean, isn't that the biggest news for a long time, or for decades?
You
I
would
think
have
that's
think,
even bigger than
yeah.
COVID.
Well, yeah, you would have thought it would be, but I, I think that the modern era of politics, they have now worked so hard at creating such a vast level of apathy. That is what they're basically betting their hedging their bets on, is that the people have so much apathy towards the system, towards their everyday lives, and they're so caught up with their jobs and their bills that they're not going to really be out there voting the way they should be voting. Or I mean, the thing is, okay, let's say we have an incredibly self or well aware and knowledgeable populace. Okay, we have, let's just take Britain. We have 67 million people in this country, thereabouts, and let's say every one of them is online, every one of them is a blogger or an influencer, and they're all about the politics. Even to that extent, even if we have 67 million people all aware, you're still going to find people who will blog about it, who'll chat about it, but won't actually do anything about it. None of them will stand up to go and become MPs. None of them will try to actually get and usurp this government, start independent political parties. I mean, let's look at the independent political party system in this country. Which political party outside of the hegemony of the main three and possibly some of the outliers are ever going to get a shot? Who's going to actually be able to penetrate this? They've literally built the system. They've rigged the system so that no one else is going to get in. You're saying that the World Economic Forum has stooges, political stooges, and effectively infiltrators in our politics, in our political system as MPs. But the people voted those MPs in.
Okay.
Shouldn't we? Shall we even have like a period of name and shame? Just like actually what you might show now. Actually, I think it was in your video, wasn't it? That you hopefully will show the bit with the Canadian Parliament.
Yeah. Let's break this down.
Let's dive into that.
Yeah. Let's start off with this conversation with Joe Rogan.
Direct quote though on his, you'll see it. Our teams are now embedded in governments around the world. That's actually what they wrote.
Yes.
And the video is 2 minutes. I didn't play all of it. It's what he says.
But what he's saying there sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
Figuring out.
So he's actually referring there to Carl Schwartz, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, who actually says that the governments have been infiltrated. But let's play.
It's
people
Klaus
got
Schwab.
Yeah. So people haven't got, or you actually got an image of the demon. I'm going to play a video of him in a second. In fact, so you own
go for it,
and you'll
be
happy
whilst you're looking for the next timestamp.
Ultra communist view, right? I mean, that's what communism is all about. Everything is owned and controlled by the state, including your children, including your property, including absolutely everything, right?
Yeah,
so
this is it. This is it. This is exactly it, people. Welcome to 2030. I own nothing. I have no privacy, and life has never been better, apparently.
These goddamn demons. All right, so let's play the next part of the video.
It's important.
Yeah.
We have, if I look at our stakeholders, we have business, of course, as a very important audience, and we have politics, we have continuous partnerships with many governments around the world. So, and of course, we have NGOs, we have trade unions, we have all those different parts.
Media, of course.
Right? And very important experts and scientists and academia. Because if we are looking at the future, I think we should look at new solutions, and the new solutions will be very much driven by technological developments.
And we even have, you even have religious leaders, right?
With religious leaders, we have social entrepreneurs, very important social entrepreneurs.
So let's stop that there. The reason why I stopped that there, basically, remember we interviewed when you and I was at the first march, anti-vaccine march, and we interviewed a Sikh gentleman. And remember, he said that the religious organisations in the UK, the temples and the churches and the mosques, they were playing along with the whole COVID thing because they themselves had been corrupted by grants and offers from the government. And that's exactly what they're talking about there, right? Your mic's gone.
Sorry, they've effectively have mapped out all the influential aspects of a human being's life, what influences them and what motivates them. And I presume they've basically made a list: religious organizations, schools, universities. Now, they may or may not get to your parents, but really that doesn't matter, because your parents are a ever increasing smaller portion of your influence in life than your friends, your peers, your school, your university, your television, and your internet. So if they can penetrate those aspects, and then of course religion, then who cares about what your parents think? Your parents could be the most kookiest. Your parents literally could be Alex Jones, and they'll still turn your kids against you.
Now the next section of the video is just amazing. So the background to this is people have listened to the leader of the World Economic Forum. He's confirmed and stated that Western politicians, including Justin Trudeau, have been used as members of his regime to infiltrate governments. And then a member of parliament in Canada, in the Canadian Parliament, said this. And this is amazing. Just watch how they stop everything and then try to discredit him by calling him a conspiracy theorist.
Member for Oshawa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I listened to my colleague's speech. I had a constituent that wanted me to ask a question about outside interference to our democracy. Klaus Schwab is the head of the World Economic Forum, and he bragged how his subversive WEF, World Economic Forum, has, quoted, infiltrated governments around the world. He said that his organization had penetrated more than half of Canada's cabinet. And I was wondering, in the interest of transparency, could the member please name which cabinet ministers are on board with the WEF's agenda? My concern is the deputy.
Order. I know he was. I know that the member was in a really good question there, but the audio is really bad, and the video is really bad as well. And I apologize. I don't know if the member. Okay, let's try again. The honorable member for Timmins James Bay.
Mr. Speaker, that member is promoting open disinformation. That's not debate. We have to call out disinformation.
We'll get into debate again.
Right. So as you saw, what they did there, first they lied about his audio not being clear, just to stop him talking. And then by not allowing him on, they said, somebody came on and said, we've got to stop, with disinformation.
Yeah. The thing is, he wasn't actually in the house. He was actually like a Skype or something. That's why they were saying his audio was bad, because he was actually remote. So I think that individual MP should persist this and actually be present, so they can't just shut him off the way they did just now, and I think he should press on. I mean, I don't know who that particular MP is for Canada, but that person should definitely press it again. They should test this out in person.
So this is the bit where he actually uses the words infiltrate.
Now names like Mrs. Merkel, even Vladimir Putin, and so on. They all have been young global leaders of the World Economic Forum. Mm-hmm. But what we are very proud of now is the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau, President of Argentina, and so on, so that we penetrate the cabinets. So yesterday I was at a reception for Prime Minister.
So we penetrate the cabinets, and
by the way, we don't. This is not the way Ghost Speaker's Corner is penetrating Raj tonight. This is an entirely different way of penetration. So I just want to let that be clear, so there's no misunderstanding.
Exactly. Thanks for clearing that up.
Just wanted to make sure.
So 2 points on that video. So anybody that wants to go watch that full video, it's on my Manny Cinder YouTube account until they take it down and give me a strike, which they normally do. And obviously thanks to Speaker's Corner Online for allowing me to share that, because I really wanted to bring that video in, because I only actually created it and posted it today. But 2 points on that. Obviously, he's confirmed that the Western government, including the Canadian government, is now corrupt and working for these globalists. But also, did you hear that he actually stated Putin has been, at least, maybe he still is, a member of the same group as Justin Trudeau and Boris Johnson?
Yeah. I mean, he said he actually mentioned Putin and the Chancellor of Germany. I think I heard her name as well in one of those speeches. What was it, Angela Merkel? So clearly, they're talking about. I mean, this is the problem. This is where the grey area for me comes in. If Putin is simply another member and he's acting upon orders, then this whole Ukraine thing is just a big distraction from potentially something else that they're doing. It could be that they're trying to draw attention away from what's happening in Canada, what's happening in Australia, in New Zealand, so that these governments can go on basically beating and crushing their oppositions of their own people unscrutinized. And that potentially could very well be one of those things. This is a maneuver to look over there while they bring out the clubs and the jackboots on the Canadian protesters, because I mean, this thing with Ukraine has been brewing for a while, but really it looks like it's ramped up ever since this protest began. I'm not saying correlation equals causation, but if these people are working based around the plan, they have obviously taken into account resistance to when they start to make the big push, like they have in the last 2 years with the mandates, with the lockdowns. There will be naturally resistance. There is no way that these people haven't accounted for resistance to their push. So the plan is, how do we quell and crush the resistance? There'll be some initial, pushback. We will crush the main leaders of these people, of the resistance, and then the others will, as I say, look at the way Canada, unlike not even Gaddafi, not even Saddam Hussein, went after the people's bank accounts when they wanted to crush their rebellion. These people are going after their bank accounts. Yeah,
and people need to start waking up that the tyranny has arrived over in the West, and tyranny is spreading beyond belief. And you can either squash it in its early stages, or it's a bit like a virus. Once it takes root, then it's going to do a lot more damage. But Banks, Speaker's Corner didn't allow me to do this, but I'm just going to do it quickly before they start messaging me. There's one last thing of the video that I want to share, and I think it will hopefully encourage people to go watch the video as well, is this bit here, Boris Johnson at the UN convention.
You may keep your secrets from your friends, from your parents, your children, your doctor, even your personal trainer, but it takes real effort to conceal your thoughts from Google. And if that is true today, in future, there may be nowhere to hide. Smart cities will pullulate with sensors, all joined together by the Internet of Things. Bollards communing invisibly with lampposts. But this technology could also be used to keep every citizen under round-the-clock surveillance. A future Alexa will pretend to take orders, but this Alexa will be watching you, clucking her tongue and stamping her foot. In future, voice connectivity will be in every room and almost every object. Your mattress will monitor your nightmares. Your fridge will beep for more cheese. Your front door will sweep wide the moment you approach like some silent butler. Your smart meter will go hustling of its own accord for the cheapest electricity, and every one of them minutely transcribing your every habit in tiny electronic shorthand, stored not in their chips or in their innards, nowhere you can find it, but in some great cloud of data that lowers ever more oppressively over the human race.
Hold on. Could you go back to the image? Because he's wearing a pin. I don't know what that pin is and what it represents, but it looks very much like the Google colors. Could you just go back and
it's not Google. It's not the Google colors.
What is it? What is
we'll
that
be
pin?
watching you. Clacking.
Oh, no, you have to share your screen.
Oh, am I not sharing my screen?
No.
It doesn't zoom in enough to work it out.
No. Just saying we can discuss it.
Her
like
foot.
there. What is that pin? I don't know. Maybe someone in the chat will eventually let us know. But I was just curious.
So I'll tell you what. So I had worked out a long time ago that anything with the word "smart" in it wasn't smart at all, and it was just an acronym for
spy.
Right. So when I was telling people about, don't have smart meters installed because they're just trying to cheat you. They just want to offer you solutions, and then obviously, like they did with mobile phones, they're going to use them against you. I mean, there he is, Fat Boris Johnson, the conservative communist, quite clearly letting the world know exactly what they plan for us. What do you think of that? I mean, I can't believe more people don't talk about, or certainly haven't even listened to it from when I asked them. But I'm so surprised people don't even care about that speech, where it's quite clearly, becoming the voice of the globalists and letting everybody know what they have planned for us.
Well, yeah, that was my curiosity, is that he was saying all of these things. Now, to my ears, this was a thing of nightmares. He was just describing my, George, Orwell's absolute nightmare. But I don't know whether did he mean this in a positive way? Is this supposed to be a good thing that he was describing to us? Because I couldn't pick up on his attitude towards this. Was this something that he was saying that is going to be great for us? Or is this an Orwellian nightmare, which is what I looked at it as?
But the thing is, whether he was even, let's just give him the benefit of the doubt, and let's say he was telling it in a way to warn us, to telling us in a way that this is what we should not go towards. The point is, the fact that he already has research based on this is where everything is heading is scary enough. And it's not that him and his government, or even the opposition, are trying to prevent this type of dystopian future coming around. In fact, the rules and regulations are all pointing that they want this to come, and they're accelerating their plans, right? So the point is that they know this is what the idea is, and it goes back to that image that you showed, which is you will own nothing and you will be happy, right?
Yes.
That they will own everything, including the data they're collecting from everything you're doing, breathing. I mean, they've been talking about being able to read your mind and collect your thoughts and read your dreams, for a long, long time now. And before it was just something from Star Wars. Now, unfortunately, it is reality because they do have the technology for it.
Well, I don't even think even in Star Wars, the Emperor was collecting that much data on each individual people. But as far as this sort of surveillance structure is concerned, people like, I don't know if you know Dave Cullen. He runs a channel called Computing Forever. He was talking about this 5 years ago, about the fact that all your appliances in your house will be internet connected, and they will most likely be running on either like Android or an Apple product. There'll be an Apple product or an Android software on there. And what will eventually happen is if just like how YouTube can ban you from YouTube right now. Facebook can ban you from Facebook. Well, imagine you have a Android Google fridge. If you imagine, I mean, Google has been developing autonomous cars for a long time. Imagine your Google car. Now, imagine you say the wrong thing on the internet, and then YouTube gives you a 1 week ban, a 1 week strike, just like we get nowadays. You can't upload videos, you can't talk, you can't chat, you can't post any comments. Post any community posts. Now imagine your car won't start for a week. Your fridge won't open for 2 days.
Yeah, well, this is it's funny you say that, and I don't know if you've read anything similar to what I have, and that's the idea. That's what they want to do. So the reason why Apple and Google are getting into the automated car market, because what they want to do is be able to scan your face and work out if you're too angry to drive, or if you've paid
Too
your
drunk
taxes,
to drive.
and you've been a good boy or girl on the internet, and if you haven't and you don't have permission to drive, your electric car won't start. Well, what else does that? Well, your Android phone and your Apple phone does that. So all these so-called electric cars, it's got nothing to do with save the planet, you morons. It's all about making your car into a giant phone, because just like how they can turn your camera on remotely, download software onto your phone remotely, they're doing that. In fact, Tesla's already downloading software onto your car remotely and tracking you in various
Tesla.
ways. Yeah. Tesla has software updates just like your mobile phone does.
Oh yeah, the Tesla car does, but also the Tesla car actually, you can turn your car on with your mobile phone on with the Tesla.
Yeah.
You can turn it on before you get to the car. You can heat it up.
These smart meters. By the way, Jupiter is late. Jupiter, the rules are, if you're late, if you're listening, then we go in for you hard. So
Hey, Wendy Woo.
You're already a minute late, Jupiter. Apparently, you have been emailed the link. So I'll just finish my point. So smart meters are able to tell the provider of the smart meters, who have a giant database and an admin system, that how many people are in the house, who's got the light switch on, in which room, and they're able to work out, who's using a toaster, how many TVs are on. So it's all tracking, right? It's absolutely everything about you is being tracked, because the biggest industry...
Actually, Manny, hold on. The email I sent her, there was no link. Did you send her an email with a link?
I did, yes.
Okay.
Well, I didn't, but the team did.
Oh, okay. In that case, then yes, because they said the email I sent, unfortunately, did not have any links in it.
So SEO team, if you could check outbound emails, that'd be great.
Yeah, just want to make sure that she actually did get it, and it's not like she didn't get the link, and we're just
So I've just
gonna
had a
grill
message
the poor
from them.
woman without her actually getting the link. I don't want to.
So you're posting on in the chat, so perhaps you can.
Do you want me to actually put the link in the chat, the StreamYard link?
Yeah, we can do.
Are you sure? I mean, admittedly, we only let on people we want, because we're not going to let anyone else on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. They've just done it anyway.
All right. Who did it? I don't see anything. Ah, yeah. Yes. Okay. Well, in that case, then there it is. Could someone from the team please pin? Actually, no. Do you want to pin it at the top? Nah, leave it.
Yeah, I can pin it because I'm on here. Oh no, how do I pin it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm trying to.
So is it our fault that she's late, or shall we go in for her?
I don't know. I don't have any confirmation from her and the email that I sent her, so I can't guarantee.
Jupiter.
I know. She's messing with us now.
Awkward.
Yeah, I'm gonna send another email from my account that I sent her. The
So
email the first time.
So have you been in touch with her?
Well, I only sent her this one email, which I hoped that she received, and but it didn't have the link in it anyway. I've the only email account. Yeah, I've only got this one email account. But I mean, she was fully aware of what time and what day. I know that. So I hope that this will.
In fact, Hassan's in the chat. We should, if she doesn't turn up soon, we should allow Hassan to come on and allow him to share
part
two.
Two.
Thoughts.
Hassan
and
part
we
two.
should encourage his opinions because she's late.
Yeah, but I don't know if Hassan is actually. Wendy is also in the chat. Maybe Wendy would take Jupiter's place, or it's actually Wendy's or. Oh, was that me again?
That was me opening another window.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've sent her the email, but I'll be perfectly honest. I don't know how else to get in touch with Jupiter. I don't know if she's on Twitter or not, but I don't have any other contact details. I could post a message on one of her videos, I suppose.
How do you know that Wendy's in the chat?
Wendy's talking. It says Wendy Wu. She was chatting away a minute ago. Wendy Wu. Bunga Bunga is in the chat. Big up Bunga. Wendy Wu is. There's an account called Wendy Wu. That's all I can go with. Jamo. There's actually a few people around tonight. I think everybody's excited to listen to Wendy. Sorry, to Jupiter.
So Jupiter, we're going to give you 5 more minutes. Otherwise, we're going to we're going to have to go very ungentlemanly on you, I think.
I'm not sure how Hector would take that. We're going to go ungentlemanly on to Jupiter. Hector, there's nothing meant by that. We're going to be very, very kind and gentle.
I didn't. Not sure what's happened to Banksy. Banksy seemed to have dropped out. He's back.
Sorry, I was moving my share screen thing and then I clicked the leave studio. Stupid. Yeah, I just accidentally clicked the thing. But
so what we're gonna do? It's we should give her 2 more minutes.
Yeah. I mean,
so the question is, do we
she's
go
already
in?
8 minutes late.
Do we go in on Jupiter ourselves, or should we get Hassan on in the act?
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Oh, bless you.
Sorry, little dust. I don't know. I mean, it would seem unfair, but I mean, Hassan isn't. I don't know. I don't get the vibes that Hassan is a massive fan of Jupiter. I may be wrong here.
Well, well, GPAC, I don't know who GPAC is, but GPAC's trying to be a neutral and say, bring Jupiter on another time and leave the bashing. No. As much as I like Jupiter, and personally I do like Jupiter, Jupiter has disrespected the
show, the format.
So Jupiter's got 1 more minute. And then Banksy is going to decide whether we let Hassan on or he's going to go on a personal 5-minute rant about Jupiter.
Yeah, actually, I mean, if we let Hassan on, then he can take all the heat and I can just mostly blame him.
Okay. Hassan, you're on, mate. If you can make
the cowards,
it,
the cowards
please
way
come
out.
on and let us know what you think about Jupiter. No one will stop you. You will have the floor.
It's free reign, free shot.
Come on in, Hassan. Come on in.
Shit. Oh shit. This is gonna get messy.
Let these people know what it is like to not attend the panel when you have confirmed.
I don't know whether I say I told her Wednesday. I know she knows. There was no misunderstanding.
Oh, Hassan can't make it either. Look.
No.
Oh, he's on. Hello.
Oh, Jupiter. I knew it. I just knew it anyway. Just goes to show you those that can't stand. Move aside, take your Israeli interest elsewhere, preferably to Israel. I mean, I think that would be a perfect match where your country that allows pedophiles automatic entry. You claim you're not for racism, honking an apartheid nation mandates country beyond expression. And having that excuse of, well, my husband's back, how can I be racist? Easy. You could just like that person and hate the rest. Quite simply.
Okay, we've actually been joined by Jupiter. He's a little bit late. So Hassan, can we get you back on some other time while we
again, she's just a scumbag.
Okay,
damn.
She's a scumbag.
Thanks for coming on, Hassan. Speak to you soon.
Hello.
I'm so sorry I'm late. I was busy having a tear up over in America. Sorry. Wendy just called me.
Oh my God.
Wendy said that she'd join us and she'd be prepared to have questions thrown at her as well. If you wanted to.
A two for one.
Or do you
Buy
want
one,
it
get
just
one
for
for a
one?
penny. Yeah, do it, Manny. Do it.
Well, she comes on, we'll see. All right, so just to let you know, Jupiter, we got Hassan on to kind of poke you.
Begin the roasting, but you showed up, so.
Well, we're gonna. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna read a statement out to you, and then we're gonna start with the grilling, and then we see how far you get. So here's a statement, Jupiter. Dear Jupiter, you're about to be grilled by the host. You do not have to participate. However, you will probably be ridiculed in your absence. You do not have to answer any of the questions. However, the host reserves the right to call you a leader of the British National Party if you do not. If you have any delicate feelings, then your safe word is, I'm a racist, get me out of here. If you get the questions to stop, just say that phrase. Warning, you are about to enter a hostile environment. The opinions and questions do not represent the channel owners, Speakers Corner Online, or the hosts. They are designed to test your mental endurance. Are you ready, or would you like to declare yourself as a former leader of National Front?
No, I'm ready.
All right. So the next time you hear that bell, the time will be up. So let's start. So Jupiter, I've got a question for you to start off with. Do you know what's the difference between an ET and a Paki?
An ET
and a Paki.
ET, the alien.
Well, obviously, one's off planet, another is a description for somebody of an abbreviation of the word Pakistani, and people get upset if it's used.
The difference between ET and a Paki is that ET went home.
Oh, no, you guys, you're cruel.
But only Manny can say that joke.
Yeah,
I'm free of this.
That's it. I'd be dead now. And I definitely would be. I'd be the current leader of the BNP.
So does that mean you're racist because you found that funny?
No.
Because we're a bit confused because you seem to be picking a lot of fights with black people. So we wanted to test you and see how racist you are.
Yeah, my thoughts have always been, how long have you been a racist, or have you always been a racist?
So I'm not a racist, but I believe that
And
you
why
should be
did you
allowed
fight
to
with
say.
that black girl in the park?
Yeah, why did you beat up that poor little half mixed race girl in the park?
Oh no, that's self-defense. And was found
And
as
what about
self-defense.
Betty? You hate Betty as well, and she's black.
No, I hate Betty because she's mental.
And Nanitha, you seem to have a lot of beefs with black people.
I have a lot of beefs with loads of people. I think it's unfair to say that. I mean, at this present day, Urban and Emily Luca want to kill me.
Urban. Oh, I don't know who that is.
Have you not heard about
Emily
the
Luca?
list?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm on the list.
I see.
There's a list going around at the
But
moment.
you see, like
and
Lady
you're on the
Divine.
list too.
Lady Divine seems to have issues with you as well. It's just
Yeah,
it
Lady
just seems to
Divine
be a lot of
actually
people of
says
color.
this with her chest. She's a racist.
Why
though,
why don't
doesn't she?
white people hate you?
Oh, they do.
Like who?
Oh, they do. There's lots that hate me. So Emily Luca. Then
Oh,
you've
that's a
got
white person.
yeah, she's white. You've got Stevie Atheist. She doesn't like me. Not Steve the Atheist from the park. The one that's a girl. Stevie
Oh,
the
I
Atheist.
see, Stevie.
She doesn't like me. Rodney K doesn't like me too much. Brian
Rodney.
Hull hates me.
That
Yeah,
is
but
true.
they hate you. We're talking about the people that you hate, which tend to be black.
Mm.
Yeah,
So-
why do I dislike them? So I dislike them.
Why do you dislike black people?
Yeah, I mean, so when you went
No,
to
that's not true,
Lagos, and you purchased Hector, what was your thoughts behind that? I'm sorry, Hector. I love you, man. I love Hector. I'm sorry. I take that back.
No, it's okay. You can say it.
Is
No,
that
lots
true?
of people say this.
Is that true, Banksy? Do you know that as a fact that Jupiter purchased people from?
I didn't want to say it. You made me say this. I said that under duress. I was manipulated.
How many times have you used the N-word, Jupiter?
And why do you love it
I
so
don't
much?
know.
Why do you love saying
I
it?
don't know, but not
You've actually
actually.
lost count how many times you've used the N-word.
Yeah, because I'm somebody that uses it in context. So if I, for example, if I saw someone walking down the street and there was an argument, a racial argument, and the white person actually said the word nigger to the black person, if the policeman asked me what happened, I say, well, that white guy just called him a nigger and then he hit him. But other people are a bit afraid of saying it in the full context.
But isn't it true that you really enjoy it when you say it, though?
No, not at all. What enjoyment does anyone get from any words unless it's something that's you're going to get a reward for?
Don't you feel a sense of reward when you know that a black person out there has had their feelings hurt because you said that word?
No, why? Why would anybody want to hurt anybody on words? And seriously as well, why would people allow themselves to be hurt by words? I mean, we all get hurt by words. We do. There's no denying that. We do. We all get hurt by words. But why do we allow people to take that power from us? That's one of the most interesting things that I like to understand from people. Why do we? Because I've had to learn to get. I had pretty thick skin when I started, but bloody hell, I've got rhinoceros skin now. So now I don't just look like a rhinoceros skin. I've got the skin to match.
Speaking of your rhinoceros skin, what kind of moisturizer do you use? Or is it just sand? Sorry, I'm sorry. Stop, Manny, stop sending me these questions.
Okay, listen. Talking about skin, how long have you been an OnlyFans model?
Oh, since I had a debate with Minx, and she said I was, and I said yeah, and I'm on Chatterbait, guys. I'm on all of those dirty
Chatterbait. What is that?
Yeah, apparently.
What's your handle?
Yeah. Can we get the URL?
Don't ask Minx. She seems to know.
So Jupiter, what do we get to see on OnlyFans for just £5.35? It's rather a specific amount actually on your site there, but
the little toe. Yeah. You sign in and you get to see the little toe, and you're going to enjoy it as well.
We got more of that on your summer sort of YouTube videos of you sunbathing in the backyard.
Oh yeah.
Now, your
Some people
choice of
get really
lingerie.
offended by me being in a bikini, didn't they? It's really weird.
Yeah. Now we were all wondering, does Hector enjoy the ball gag, or do you guys just do it out of necessity for your OnlyFans account?
The what gag? I don't.
The
follow.
ball gag. The ball
I don't
gag.
know.
Oh, come on. You know the ball gag that SMN sadomasochist kind of people wear. Oh, come on.
No, honestly, I don't know.
Don't
what
play
you're
coy
talking
with
about.
me, lady.
That's how naive I am. Do you know what a ball gag is, babe?
Oh dear God, she's asking Hector.
We don't know. I don't know. They're laughing, but they know.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever seen what's it, Pulp Fiction? The film Pulp Fiction.
Right, vaguely I remember it. Yeah.
Okay. You know the scene where they're in the cellar and they bring out the gimp.
Right.
Okay. You know that thing they have around their face.
Okay, when they put the ball in the man's mouth.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a ball gag. That killed it. Now that ruined it. That ruined it. Okay. So, go on, Manny. Oh my God, dude, we might not be able to show this. This might. Don't take it away. Take it away. I mean, I don't think YouTube will have a major issue with it, but generally. So, Jupiter, when are you planning to do your next YouTube video with that outfit on?
Right, didn't it?
I know, it's remarkable. It's actually quite uncanny. So when are you planning to do your next YouTube video with that outfit?
Well, I wasn't. I am thinking about it now, though, seeing as I've seen it on the model. That would be funny, wouldn't it? If I get a BBC outfit and do my next dance video.
I just want to switch you up a bit. So let's pretend you are the Prime Minister of the country, Jupiter.
Yeah.
How would you structure UK's immigration?
Right, for a start, all of those coming in at Dover, fuck off. Nah, seriously, I wouldn't want any illegal immigration at all. So I would have to have post-manned, and I would have to have a border force army.
Does that mean you send
illegal immigrants? Well, I think a bit like Australia. They were pretty good at it. They started shooting rubber bullets, and they soon learned pretty quick they couldn't come in. But
yeah. Also, there was.
Have you told Hector you'll send him back?
He's not going back. He came in legally. He didn't come in on a fucking thingy. Yeah, you hear these piss takers.
So what do your children? Hold on. What do your children think about your internet antics? Actually, that's actually a legit question.
They find it funny. Some of them just don't care. But the ones that my boys have got. You know Ricky Gervais.
Oh yeah.
My boys have kind of got that sense of humor, so they bounce off each other all the time.
Okay.
So they kind of get that a lot of it is not even though I'm quite serious, they kind of get that a lot of it that's said on there isn't serious. So, but I remember one of my sons walking in when I don't know if you know her. There's a lady called Cam who's Irish, and she was going mental at Brian Hurl, and he came in. He went, "What's that you're listening to?" I said, "Oh, this lady's having an argument with that Brian Earl. You remember that fat git who thinks he's coming to my door?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, let's have a listen." And he couldn't stop laughing. He went, "Hold on." He went, "I'm going to screen. I'm going to video record this." He video recorded it, and then he sent it to all his mates. You got to watch this. She's ripping him apart. Yeah,
oh, fantastic.
I've just been told we've got Rail in backstage. I don't know if we
but
if we
this
want to
isn't
bring
an
it
open panel.
after the grilling. But I've got two questions for you, Jupiter. Do you think members of the grooming gangs are British? Do you class them
Well,
as
grooming gangs specifically, yes. By nationality, some of them can be British, but by heritage, they won't be.
So, as Prime Minister, would you keep them in the country for their crimes, or would
Would
you
you Shamima Bingham all of them?
See, that's a difficult one because if they're born on the soil, I believe that you've got birthright. And but would it be considered a terrorist act? I don't know. You'd have to change a lot of laws and stuff, wouldn't you?
And what
Because
about
they do, the mindset of some of them do actually believe they're at war with the West, and therefore it's a war booty. And if they're at war with the West, then what the fucking hell are they doing living here? You know.
So what about the paedophiles? I'm not talking about grooming gangs. I'm talking about the elite paedophiles, the celebrity paedophiles, and obviously the non-famous people who are generally, paedophiles. How would you deal with them, knowing how you would deal with the grooming gangs?
Yeah, certain friends of a certain Epstein.
Well, if I could chuck them out the fucking country, I would. But like I say, if you've got birthright, you've got birthright. That's where it becomes difficult. I don't know. I don't believe in the death penalty, but I do think with paedophilia, there's a good case for bringing it back, to be truthful.
Have you ever called Hector the N-word?
No. No.
What do you think he would do if you did?
I don't know. What would you do if I called you the N-word? He'd go ballistic.
Oh my god! I can't believe Hector's listening.
This is actually quite hard when you actually like the person. It was slightly easier with Hassan because Hassan is actually very hard.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind you taking them. Look, the thing is that I know that my character, and it's not actually a persona because I'm actually the same in real life, which is quite sad for me in some ways. But I know I'm opinionated. I know I grate people up the wrong way, but I also find it funny that I grate certain people up the wrong way. So if you're my enemy, and if you can call people online enemies, because I don't think it's serious enough for me to say that, but people that don't like me, if you really are one of these haters that go around clipping and doing trolling me and everything else, and then I do a little dancing video and it enrages you to the point that you do 5 or 6 streams breaking it down.
But you do encourage it though, don't you? Because you go
I find it
live streams, you interact with these type of troll types of people.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Hassan wants to come on, Jupiter. Would you like him to enter the pit, or would you?
No, he can come on if he wants, but I mean, I'm not going to get into a fucking to and fro with him.
Well, before Hassan does, I just want to go. That's the end of the grilling from Banksy and I. So
yeah, mate, you're bullshit.
Thank you, Jupes. I'm sorry, Hector.
Hassan, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, mate. Brilliant. Pussy, you're the out to grill a fucking grilled fish, bro. You understand me? Just say that. How do you supporting Israel as a non-racist?
There we go.
Apartheid.
How do you justify
now being proven by?
I don't know where he gets all this nonsense from. So you assume, okay, Hassan, let me answer. You assume, but that because I support Tommy Robinson, in his position,
that is supported by the very cause. Yeah,
I agree with everything he says. That's
supported by the very cause. Yeah, including Jordan Peterson, including. Like, I'm not saying that you're paid by these people. I'm not saying that you might even know that you're directly linked, but the message you convey is the message that they want to be conveyed. And what I'm trying to say is that if you're so against all this injustice, how do you then justify spilling their names that they spill in the name of what they spill it for? and you pretend that you
Okay,
can't
I'm gonna
exist.
tell you how I justify it, because let's just take random countries. It would be wrong of me to say that in Nigeria, in the northern part of Nigeria.
Now we're talking about here. We don't need to talk about that. We need to talk about
But
here.
let her explain. Let her explain.
It would be wrong of me to say in northern Nigeria, don't talk about the beheadings or the chopping off of hands, because we know that people in Ghana say don't.
Round to the question.
Hold on, Hassan. Just let
That's
her get
kind
there.
of like
She'll
what
get
you're
there. Let her
saying.
land.
You're saying to me that I can't talk about grooming gangs because it helps some other cause.
No,
that might
what I'm saying is, let me clarify what you can't spill about. You can't spill about any innocent blood of the youth that is being given in the name of democracy, because you're a major part of that fucking destruction, is what I'm saying.
I believe in democracy. I think democracy
No,
is...
no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because if you do, you wouldn't be supporting such apartheid system.
What apartheid?
No, he's talking about Israel.
Well,
So
you
you're
believe
saying that if
in
you
apartheid,
support
not
Israel on
me.
any level,
Yeah,
you're supporting an apartheid
yes, that's
system.
right. That's
Don't be
right.
stupid,
It's
Hassan.
exactly
But that's
what
the
I am
thing, though.
saying. You
But
tell me that it's not.
No, it's not.
No.
By the definition of the word apartheid, is not.
Oh my fucking God. You are supporting a racially divisional system. You make the word apartheid sound like as if it is not that.
But that's the thing, Hassan. Israel
is the thing.
actually isn't an apartheid system. Because Israel
It
has
is
Arab
bro,
Muslims
do me a favor.
living
Are you going
as
against
Israeli
what Amnesty
citizens.
International has proven to be an apartheid? Is that what
No,
you're
they
going
haven't.
against?
They haven't. No, with the definition of the word apartheid. No, because Hassan, you're conflating
All right, listen.
them
No.
mistreating
We're not
Palestinians
doing.
as being
We're
an
not doing
apartheid
that.
state.
We're not doing that. We're saying that Amnesty International has confirmed there is no theory. There is
I'm
no
gonna look this up. Where did you see
mental
this?
gymnastics here. That the word that apartheid has been used specifically in connection with that state. We
Brian
know
Harvey tell you this.
we know we've got massive scandalous major incidences happening that are excused, okay, including the rape and destruction of our children by social services, by a politician, by a
This is
whole lot.
Brian Harvey talking,
let's
isn't
hear
it? Yeah, this is Brian Harvey talking.
No,
Mate, do me a favor, you loyalist, pedo, scum, shut your mouth.
Admittedly, this article is from
fucking loyalist, pedo, scum,
but no,
hold
on. Hassan, I've got an article right here that says repeating a lie over and over again does not make it true.
No.
Amnesty International's latest reports on collection of
are you
lies,
seeing any videos
bias
what's
claims,
going on
and
in Israel?
recycle reports.
Are you seeing any videos going on?
Anti-Israel organizations.
Settlement crushing of
no, but this is
a
the
nation
thing.
that is going into Syria, and you're telling me that none of this has happened. Banksy, do me a favor.
This is not an apartheid.
What?
I'm arguing on the basis of you saying that Israel is an
What is
apartheid
it?
state.
What is it?
And categorically,
What
that
is
is
it?
wrong.
Are you?
It's
is
not
there
an
a mosque
apartheid
in-
state
in
because
Israel?
Israelis.
Is there a
No,
church in Israel?
Hassan, listen. Israelis who are Israeli
man.
citizens are not living segregated. Palestinians are not Israeli citizens.
They are.
It's like
They are.
saying England.
They
England
are.
is no.
They
but
are.
Hassan,
They
Hassan,
are.
Hassan,
Stop lying.
is
They're not-
Israel
they are.
is Israel
They
is,
are.
is Britain acting in apartheid towards France?
Excuse me. They are. Stop
If
saying they're
Israel
not, when
is an
they
apartheid
are.
state towards the Palestinians, then England
No.
is an
When they're
apartheid
moving
state
them,
towards
when
French.
they're moving them further
France.
and further away, what do you think that is, Banksy? What do you think that is?
You got to realize
yes.
you're
No, I'm not needing to
categorically
realize. I
wrong.
need to just see what's going on there. I don't need
doesn't
to
matter.
realize what's being told. What?
But when
It
you're
doesn't
saying
matter.
an apartheid,
Mate, you
it's
see
a
what I say?
categorical
You guys
error.
claim that you want something to be just when it's not. You literally do mental gymnastics in your own fucking head.
What do we want done?
If you're not for it, don't be in the ring for it. You claim that you want
There's nothing wrong with Israel. What's your problem with Israel?
but happy enough to have it spilt for some nation's blood. You can't be both.
Hassan,
can't be both.
I agree with you of the
you don't.
mistreatment. It's no, you see, because you're conflating. What I disagree with is your category
I'm glad
error.
that you're laughing, Wendy.
Because people like
shows your
Amnesty
sick,
International are
diverse
using
fucking
an
nature.
incorrect phrase. People like Amnesty International are using an incorrect propagandist phrase in order to demonize Israel for something that they categorically are not.
No one needs to demonize, mate. I'm not demonizing it. I'm saying that's just what it is. If it works for them, it works for them. I'm just saying that if it works for them and they're doing it in that system, don't then claim it to be something that it is not. It is an
Israel is
apartheid
the last
nation
bastion
in
of
Israel that
democracy
is
we've
working.
got
I'm not
in the
arguing
East,
why
the
is it
Middle East.
working. I'm not arguing about
It's
why
not that
it's
it's
working.
working or not.
I'm not.
It is an incorrect
That is what it is.
slur.
That is what it is. Let's. That's what it is.
No,
Move
that
on
is your
from it. And
interpretation
from people
of what
that
it
are
is.
supporting,
That is not what it is.
if people are supporting that system, then in a system that is outside of theirs, they're the ones that we need to keep an eye on, Banksy. I'm not here to wage war. Fuck that. Fuck what Ukraine's doing. Fuck what Israel's doing. Fuck what I don't care. I care about what they're doing here.
Okay.
Well, you
So what
will
are they
care when it
doing
comes to
here?
our doorstep, you knob.
What?
I said you will care when it comes to our doorstep.
Like, mate, I am on my doorstep. What doorstep are you worried about?
He's saying the walls.
Wait. Listen. See, this is the tool. This is the tool that they want you to die for an apartheid nation. Can you imagine that? That's an apartheid nation. So we've got to go out there and
No,
resolve
it's
their
not,
issue.
you idiot.
Yeah.
No, it's not, you
That's
fool.
what they're advocating for. Oh, we should care. What? No, mate, you want
You're
an
a
apartheid
fool.
system?
Hassan,
Brilliant.
you're a
Don't
fool.
worry. Have
You're a
your
fool.
own youth die for that. We don't need our youth to die for your shitty fucking causes. If that's how you want it, no worries, bro. Have that.
What's wrong with
No one said.
Israel then?
But
What's wrong with
when you
Israel?
get people shouting, oh, but we need to send soldiers there. It's, again, you know what you believe and what you need are two different aspects that need addressing here.
They're honest.
You
They're
believe
no
that's
British
your holy land,
soldiers
bro.
in
Go
Israel.
at it,
What are you
bro.
on about?
Have your holy land. Have your holy
There's
land.
no British soldiers in Israel. What are you talking about? He's crazy.
1 minute,
You
please.
take too many drugs.
Okay, guys. Since Hassan stepped away, let's
1 second. No, I'm here.
Okay, you're back.
God.
Look, Hassan. As far as the Palestinians and potential mistreatments is concerned,
Bro,
first of all,
what's our interest in the Middle East?
No. It's not that we have our.
What's our interest in the Middle East?
What do you mean? There's plenty
What's
of
an
interest
Englishman's
in the Middle
interest
East.
in the Middle East?
What's the
The
British interest?
in their affairs.
What is an Englishman's interest in the Middle East?
The
Israel
Englishman's interest
represents
in the Middle East has always been what is always
What's your
has
interest
been.
in the Middle East? My interest
Israel.
is I hope they
Israel.
do well, and
Israel.
best of luck to them.
No,
That's
no,
my
but
interest.
what you don't realize is
Not
that
Israel.
a
my
lot of the
interest. My
things that
interest ain't
happen over
sending my
there.
young there. My interest ain't to drill oils that we've got plenty of here. My interest ain't to support a nation that has literally got the demise of our society down to a T and makes money off of it and implement Freudian laws in a common law society that is known to contradict.
Yeah, well, we don't want to lecture off you about Israel.
Oh,
yeah.
fucking, you can suck my dick, bitch. I don't care what
We
you
don't want to
fucking
lecture
loyalist,
off you.
pedophile,
Yeah.
protecting scum cunt.
Okay,
You loyalist,
let's try
scum
to.
cunt.
What is
Hang on,
your
how-
issue of Jupiter? Because
I've
this all
just said
started
that,
off
bro.
with Jupiter.
What? And again, it's when you get people surmising the fact that this is a free land and this ain't apartheid, and things are all rosy and gold
Who
tinted.
says
It's not.
everything's
No, it's
rosy?
not.
You're
No,
the
it's
only
not. And that is for free speech, and we believe in diversity.
you're a
When
literal
the very system that they are hunting for doesn't.
So what's your thoughts on?
We're sponsoring it by our actions. Like again, what I said, I don't want animosity. Just say no. It's enough.
No,
Bro,
sorry, I
you
believe
got
in
an
having an
amnesty
Israel.
claiming that you guys are this, and you still have got the balls
I
to
love
mention
Israel,
it when
and
you
I
talk
love the
free.
Israeli
There you
people.
go,
Yeah.
bro. I don't
Yeah.
mind that. No one worries about it, but don't claim that you're
Yeah.
for free speech. Bro.
What do you
or
mean?
for racism, or for
What do you
unity, or for diversity, because you can't be.
So the
Because that
Jew, hang on,
nation
hang on.
is
So
not.
the Jews are not allowed a homeland. Is that
Are
what
you
you're
are
saying?
you allowed to be a Jew?
What if
Yes.
I want to? Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yes,
You're
I
not.
am.
I can't be a Jew.
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
Yeah, after what years of
You can
Well, I
studying
don't
convert.
and
know
getting
about
their
you. You're a
approval,
Turk, aren't
yeah,
you?
it's not like you
You
could
can
be.
convert.
You could be a man a lot easier. You could be a man a lot easier. You could be a man as a woman a lot easier
Yeah,
as
but
a
they
man
only want
to
godly
become a Jew.
people.
Look,
All right, so
I
don't
could be
be
a
that
Jew if I
shit.
wanted
That's
to.
not.
I
That's
We
not
could
could
be
become
really
a Jew.
attack
really the point, though.
helicopters before we can become
No,
Jewish.
but
Yeah, I think.
Hassan, Hassan,
What's your
2
opinion
minutes
on
ago.
Russia? Yeah.
No, hold on. 2 minutes ago,
My
you said,
opinion, you know
"Can you
what?
become a
I
Jew?"
hope.
Then you
You know
changed
what?
your mind about.
I'm on that
But
Jew side.
Hassan,
I'm on
Hassan,
Putin
You
Jew
do know
side
there's
on that
black
one.
Jews, don't you? You do know that.
Huh? What's
You
that?
do know there's black Jews.
Who?
Russian Jews.
The
Are we talking about
They're no
Russian Jews?
Russian
No,
Jews.
black
Are you
Jews. There are
joking me?
Oh, black.
literally
Yeah,
black
yeah,
people that
Ethiopian.
are
Yeah, of course there
Ethiopian.
are.
Yeah,
Do you think
Ethiopian Jews.
they come in one color? Is that what you
No.
want?
She's showing you that the Jewish people are
One
diverse. But what I'm
supports a
saying
nation
is,
and an ideology. I don't care
Hassan,
what color they are. If you're supporting
Hassan,
fucking 3-year-old, I'm gonna go against you, bro.
Hassan. A couple of things. Number one, you
Oh, in
said you
3-year-old.
can't become a Jew, and then you changed
Yeah.
your mind immediately and said, no,
Abraham
it's just difficult
poking
becoming a
3-year-olds.
Jew.
It's only like poking their
Hold
eye
on.
out. Read the
Hold on.
verse.
Hold on. You're conflating Judaism with the Jewish people as a race because
Mate,
they are
they're
both
still
an
connected.
ethnicity and they're
Bro,
both
still
a
connected.
religion.
Right,
They're
still
two
connected.
things.
No,
Yeah,
they're
yeah. But
not.
what I mean is, when you say you can't be a Jew, you can religiously become a Jew, but you won't be ethnically a Jew because there's an
You won't be an
ethnicity to
Orthodox
Judaism.
Jew. Well, guys, what's the difference?
No, it's not.
Did
It's
the
not. It's
Holocaust
just
You're
when.
supporting the same cause. What's the difference?
But it's not about the cause. I'm saying there are
Oh my
plenty of
God,
Jews
it
who
is
don't support
about it,
Israel.
man.
There are plenty of
Bro,
Jews who
it
don't
is
support
about
Israel.
it. You got a country that's come out of nowhere because some guy made a promise some 1,600 years ago.
It didn't come
No,
out
no,
of
it doesn't
nowhere.
matter.
Come
But,
out of
but all
nowhere.
these.
We support
Yeah.
contract laws like that in today's society. No one would own nothing.
Hassan, Pakistan is as young as Israel. Pakistan was created. Do you consider Pakistan
and
not a
given
legitimate
for what
country?
reason to
Do you
avoid
consider
conflict. It weren't
Pakistan a
given on
legitimate
promise.
country?
It wasn't given as a promise of that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how it was given. The point is, Pakistan was created as an artificial nation. That country is technically India. Pakistan is not a natural country.
So let's get this right. You're saying the wars that have gone on to invade due to people going through famine, disaster, to get democracy is the same as some guy saying, "Hey, you know what? Some guy promised that to us 16,000 years." It's the same, yeah.
No, dude. It's the fact is, the point is whether you believe Israel was promised. Look, it doesn't matter whether you believe Israel was promised to the Jews 4,000 years ago or not. The point is, England, Britain, no, Britain owned the mandate of Palestine. Britain gave it to whoever the fuck they wanted to give it to.
Man, bro, are you listening to yourself? It doesn't matter.
How do you think countries are formed?
How does it not matter? People have. It's not like this land was the arse end of Australia or the arse end of
It doesn't
Siberia.
matter. The Turks, the Ottoman Turks owned it, and then the British took it from them.
Very rude.
Yeah,
Do you believe that people can't actually conquer and take land as a prize of war? Do you think that shouldn't happen?
Wait, hold on. Do you think that we should go to war because someone was promised?
No, but we didn't go to war
so why
because Israel was promised. It was World War One.
Yeah, and we know what happened there. We know what happened there.
Yes,
now.
and the Ottomans supported the Germans,
and
they lost the fucking war.
Banksy, I don't give a fuck if my support was to whatever or what my inheritance is. It don't matter about. Don't matter about that. I don't hank after the good old days like these two fucking.
Yeah,
the rest
but
of
the Ottomans lost the land, and Britain owned that portion of the land, that part of the world. Well, then Britain gave it to whoever they wanted to give it to. If the Ottomans had won it, the Palestinians would still be under Ottoman rule.
No. We didn't give it to them, bro. We didn't give it to them. We fought for that to happen. Don't get on the
they used their influence. They used their influence to get it. Once Britain won it.
So hold on. So did we give it to them, or did we? Like, what narrative are we going? Did we spill blood for? Did we spill our blood for that? Did we spill our blood for that? That we then gave it to these people. You idiots.
Who spilled the blood? Who spilled
the youth of many countries, bro.
Yeah, British
that were involved in that. Including on the Russian side, bro. Including on the Russian side.
No, this wasn't Russia. This
I'm
was
glad
the
that you're
First
enjoying
World
the Photoshop opportunity.
This
Are you
is
having fun?
pre-Second World
Are you
War.
a pacifist? Is that what you're saying?
Bro, I'm not a pacifist. I'm not.
So what
Why
you
would I be
saying
a
then?
pacifist?
What
I think we should we once the systems are there, we've got a system that we could sustain. We could stay here, have our soldiers on our shore facing out, and no one would be discriminate there. But sending our soldiers to fight a foreign man's war when we've got no gain in this whatsoever.
That wasn't how they did it.
Dying for a war that we just have a great example of Joe Biden, just literally that all the youth blood that has just been spent on that war. Now, you know what? Fuck it. We're just pulling that.
What war are you actually talking about?
Yeah, he's conflating the Afghan war with the war,
With
First World War,
World
Second
War
World War.
One, World War Two, and all the fucking wars that came in there.
Dude,
for
you're
that
not on
fucking
point.
bit of sand.
You're like a child with like in a candy store. You're just grabbing at everything. You gotta just
Because
pick
there's so
one
much to grab, man, Banksy.
Yeah, but that's why most people don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's not happening. You make it sound like this is a history that just goes back 2 decades
You
or
can't
something.
put all the wars together.
You're conflating all of these wars.
Bro, why did World War One happen?
Oh God!
Why did World War One happen?
Because somebody assassinated the Grand Duke Ferdinand.
Yeah, and this was Germany invading. I guess
it was socialism versus communism.
No, I don't know. I don't think the First World
Well,
War was
it
about
doesn't
that. Actually,
matter.
Manny,
It
do you know the
happened,
history of the
didn't
First
it?
World War?
And socialism was kind of winning because they had free intel that you didn't need to join.
Gimps now.
It happened, man. It happened.
Manny's watching that ball gag video that he earlier on.
We also know that it can happen again, don't we, Wendy? And that we need to prevent that from happening.
Well,
again,
if Russia
the
and
youth
Ukraine
blood
keep
is
at
more
it,
than that, isn't it? The youth deserve more than that. They don't deserve to be sent to a fucking war that they're going to get made emotionally fucked for us to then look after again.
Can someone
I'm going to
else
shut
speak
up for a
apart from
minute.
you?
Exactly what I
Yeah.
said. I'm going to shut up
Yeah.
for a minute.
So let's hope there's not another war, and if there is, I do hope that we're not involved. I don't want Britain to be involved.
Send
But then-
very soldiers.
Dude,
What?
you just said you're gonna shut up, and then you immediately interrupted.
But then Canada may get involved, or Australia may get involved, and because they're part of the Commonwealth and our Queen is their head of state, what do we do? Sit back and let them, What do we do,
Look.
Hassan?
Well, no, don't ask him a question. He says he's going to be quiet. Make statements, please. Don't ask questions. Just make a statement.
I'll tell you what we could do. We could just not get involved. That's between Ukrainian debt that they accumulated.
White feather him.
The banks were happy to lend out to these big corporations. And sad, it's time for Ukraine to collect, and they're using
No.
Yes,
The Ukraine
is.
used to belong to the
pipeline.
Soviet Union, the Ukraine,
Yes,
and it
that's
got
right.
its freedom when it all broke up and everything. And
Yeah,
now
that's
Putin
right.
thinks he can just march in there and take it back.
Because
Well, because Putin thinks he's God himself.
nothing to do with NATO deciding to park military on a non-NATO country. That happened in Germany. Oh fuck! What happened there? Oh fuck!
What?
You remember what happened in Germany? First World War One.
In the Second
With
World War,
Russia?
yeah, of course.
No, World War One, darling.
What about
when
it?
Germany decided when Germany decided, or sorry, World War II, when Germany decided that, yeah, no, it's time to stand.
Actually,
Again,
Russia
we
was
don't
involved
need
in the
these.
First World War.
Yeah, we don't need no more fucking wars, and especially, and I'm sorry to say this, and I know that it's gonna hurt, for a bunch of people that really don't give a fuck about anyone apart from themselves, understandably.
I agree with you that we shouldn't go to war. Yeah, I do agree with that.
very for any reason.
Just
No
very
one
quickly,
wants
guys.
war. Let's be honest about it. If we go to
Just
war,
very,
I want
guys.
to be on the side of the people that don't give a fuck about anybody else but themselves and their country.
Guys,
And I'm
just very
proud that we've got
quickly.
people like that. Because that's
Manny
what you
wants
do,
to get a
isn't it?
word in.
Go on, Manny.
Sam is asking, where is Raj? Basically, Raj, his grilling is going to happen next week. He says he was going to go on a date with Triller and go Speaker's Corner tonight, so he couldn't make it. I don't know if you had any more information than that, Banksy.
Yeah. From what I understand, as I said earlier on, now I thought it was actually Kay, the Punjabi lady, but I guess it must be Triller. They must have swapped him out. But it's kind of a threesome, spit roasting Raj, possibly, as I said, ball gags, leather, lots of.
Think you guys will get a word in when you roast Raj?
I'll be honest, I don't think so.
No, we don't think so. But like, we're trying to develop a rule here. When you agree to come onto the show, you agree to come onto the show. And if you're late or you postpone, then we're going to dedicate the whole show, or certainly that time slot in saying very, very comical things for us and nasty things for you. So, all right. So everybody on the panel. So we're going to be wrapping it up soon. As colourful as this debate is, me and Banksy will probably get into trouble for allowing it.
We've already gone 20 minutes over.
Maybe they'll allow us to do more panel shows. I don't know. That would be fun if it turns into an online version of Speakers Con. Well, a YouTube version, shall I say?
You only get a certain amount of time then.
Well, we only get paid for an hour.
Oh, so you're working to rule, are you?
We're doing overtime right now, and they don't give overtime.
But it's worth it in the early days, isn't it, to build it up?
To be honest, I don't know if they've had this conversation with you, Banksy. They did ask me to start doing like Velivision type of shows and just kind of hosting them. I can do it during the days. I just can't monitor them because I've got to do my own work and stuff. So if you guys think that'll be a good idea, where the regular Speaker Corner people and the online Speakers Corner like you guys will want to come on, then that will give me confidence, because I can just leave it running and go do my other things when I'm not monitoring it. But I won't be able to bring on people that I don't know, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends on if there's interest. I'll be honest, for me, my problem is I can't. I work, so I can't be around 14 hours like Veli does.
But you do go onto other people's live streams during the day, so that's not entirely true.
But that's if I get a gap, if I get a moment, then I might be able to do that. But that's because
how many days have I been asking you to kind of log on remotely to my PC and sort it out? And the other day, you didn't come on, right? I delayed a meeting so I could help you come on remotely. And then when I turned my laptop on, you were on Rails live stream.
Oh, fancy, naughty.
Look, I'm sorry, I'm doing this pro bono. and I can't even remember.
And every time I've said, Banksy, you didn't come on, do you know what you say? You say, take a microphone, take a headset. It's almost as if you're pretending as if that's going to make a difference. Just log on remotely and just sort it out.
Trying to fix it. I told you I need those equipment in order to check it out.
It's all there. It's all there.
Is it all plugged in now? I'll check it out. Dude, why are you bringing personal shit into this?
Just stop it. Just log on remotely tomorrow and sort that computer out for me, please.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Fine. If I get time, I'll be honest. Today I was just back to back. I literally only had my lunch break. I want to
start going over to yours, Banksy. I've been hearing you've been doing some good streams. I keep missing them. I had a look and I was like, oh shit, I've missed this.
They're not really streams that I intend for people. It's called the Banksy Quickies. It's my lunch break. If I can break it down to like maybe 20 minutes, half an hour for my lunch.
No, you've
and then
had
20
control
minutes.
ones, haven't you? You've had some
No,
good
you do
evening
your
ones.
Friday
the
night
Friday.
drunk
the
control
Friday
one.
night. Yeah, the drunk control is back, or at
Yeah.
least as much as I can keep it up. It all depends on time.
And
my
Manny,
schedule.
you're looking very handsome tonight, by the way, Manny.
Thank you very much. I'm free most Fridays, Wendy.
Oh shit! Oh, this is getting.
So any closing thoughts, guys, before we wrap it up?
No, just congratulations on the whole thing. Really, I think I enjoy what you guys are doing. So yeah, it's good.
Oh, good. We had the live stream from Telford taken down by YouTube. But I think the team have put it up onto social media, onto the social media thing. So it's on there. I don't know exactly which page. I think it might be on banned videos or something. I think that's at the bottom of the menu. But yeah, so I had a look at the stats, and there was more likes than there were views, which was interesting on some of the videos, which doesn't make sense.
More likes than views.
There is some censorship happening.
Maybe. But either way, yeah, we're gonna try and keep this as a regular on a Wednesday. But I don't know about the other sort of more longer streams.
When's Raj's one next week?
Yeah, we're gonna try and get him.
Yeah, Raj is one next week. So Mr. Procletji is saying, when does the grilling start? It started at 8:40, but generally it starts at 8:30. But Jupiter was fashionably late, and Hassan came on and he shared his thoughts with us about Jupiter to fill in the gap. So you're gonna have to go back and re-listen to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, closing thoughts, guys.
To be fair.
Guys,
Sorry,
closing thoughts about whatever you guys were debating about.
I do hope there's not another any sign that. I hope Putin decides to just sod off back to Russia and leave the Ukraine alone.
Yeah.
Don't want no war.
Yeah, I don't want no war.
Nobody wants
But
war.
unfortunately, if we have to support, we have to support. I really wish that our country would stop going in, trying to get involved in other people's things. Even though I can understand the strategy of it, I think when we get involved in other people's nations, they're never grateful, and we've seen what it's ended up with here. Ungrateful bastards coming in at Dover. To be honest,
We'll have a whole load of bloody Russian refugees turning up at the bloody.
that's the last thing we want, isn't it? Can you imagine that?
My friend.
Yeah, I've got one, the normal one. Thanks that we again show that Jupiter's a loyalist, paedophile protecting scumbag, Israeli supporting cunt, and that she's a racist even though her husband's black, meaning that she only loves the one. And Wendy Wu, also a loyalist, protecting
scumbag.
That loves the war machine and has benefited immensely from state pensions that have been given to the fact that her husband died on some battlefield somewhere or hung himself in a fucking toilet, hopefully.
Oh, for fuck's sake, dude.
That's a bit
thank you very much.
Why have you done that?
Fucking hell.
Thank you very much,
Okay,
Mr. Two-Foot Man, who comes from another
apologies to Wendy for
That's
for
all
that.
right. That's
sorry,
fine.
We didn't know he was going to
I was
say something
unscripted.
else as special as that. So
Don't worry
our
about it.
apologies.
That's fine.
Holy shit.
Our apologies.
He
That
is
wasn't very nice.
despicable. He is a despicable person. I don't understand what he's actually fighting for.
No one does. Don't worry about it.
But seriously, Wendy, debate and everything aside, that was a terrible thing that he said. So
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. I must say, yeah. Bit shocked.
So
I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know why he said it.
Just don't worry. Just ignore that bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Let's
just ignore that bit.
Yeah, let's just bury that.
Is so funny.
Yeah, but it's just
all right. So Wendy, can we have you on one day for the grilling?
Oh yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
Awesome.
Excellent. Okay, I think we've got a couple of shows lined up going forward, but we'll be in touch with a date with you and hopefully
I will look forward to it. Yeah.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Brilliant. All right. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming on. It's been really nice talking to you.
All right.
Yes,
Thank
you
you.
guys.
Bye. Bye.
Cheers. Oh my. Okay. So we're done.
So final thoughts from Banksy.
Final thoughts. We gotta curate Hassan's speech. we gotta filter that dude. I don't know, man. That's just Hassan's just a wild cat. That's the thing, though. He's a wild card. You don't know what you're gonna get. Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing. Ukraine. I'll be honest. I'm actually more worried about the World Economic Forum's plans than I am about Ukraine at this stage, because I think those guys.
So one final bone. I said last week. I said, being a patriot and dying for your country should be what all good people should be willing to do. May not have said it as eloquently as that, but that's certainly what I meant. And you ridiculed me a little bit. You said, "What? That's a bit OTT." Now, are you not willing to stand up and die for your country?
No. We were talking. This is the thing. In context, if we're talking about an invasion from an outsider,
are you willing to die for freedom, Banksy?
No, for this, because the thing is, I have to.
You're not, are you?
If there's a direct no. The thing is, if there's a direct attack on this country, I have no choice. I have, nephews. My brother has a wife and child in this country. I have to do that. That's part of my basic duty, not just to my family, but to the country I want to preserve. But we're not talking about that. We were talking about the truckers protesting Trudeau. They shouldn't have to die for that. That would be despicable if anyone actually died because of those protesters, or if Trudeau's, jackbooted thugs of a police actually ended up killing someone. That would be horrific. So no, I don't think the truckers should be willing to die for this, because it's their country already. They should just simply go through the processes of the legitimate protesting and legitimate voting in elections in order to get rid of these bad leaders. They shouldn't have to die for it. But yeah, if a country is invading you, then of course you should be willing to die for your country. That's if you care about the country you live in.
Big up the truckers, big up all freedom fighters, big up to anybody who stands up for their family, for their community and for their country. And we just need to become a bit more intelligent and understand that being a patriot has got nothing to do with hating others from another country. In fact, a true patriot loves the fact that another person from another country is loving their own country and is willing to die for it, because a patriot will recognize a good human being when they see one. So anything else, or shall we play the outro? Thanks.
We're good. Let's do this thing.
So
peace,
everybody
everyone.
should join the show next week for the grilling of Raj, and I don't think I will be as nice to him as I was on Jupiter.
Dancing and love pulled us into a groove. As soon as we started let's go dancing. I wanna go dancing with you all night dancing. Let's go dancing. I wanna go dancing. Let's go dancing. I wanna go dancing with you all night dancing. Let's go dancing. Let's go dancing. Oh, let's go dancing. I wanna go dancing with you all night dancing. Let's go dancing. I wanna go dancing with you. Let's go dancing. I wanna go dancing with you. Dancing. I wanna go dancing with you. Dancing. I wanna go dancing with you all night dancing. Let's go dancing. I wanna go dancing with you all night dancing. Let's go dancing.
We started dancing, your love pulled us into a groove.